For billions of years, Earth has been turning. Every sunrise, every sunset, every storm, every civilization, every human life has unfolded on a world in motion. We spend our lives thinking of Earth as something permanent, solid, stable, unchanging. But beneath all of us, it is moving. And if that motion suddenly disappeared, we wouldn't simply lose a day, we would lose the world we recognize. Imagine that right now, Earth stops. Not slowly. Not tomorrow. Instantly. At first, you might expect the world to simply become still. But that's not what would happen. Because you are already moving. So is the atmosphere, so are the oceans, so is everything that isn't firmly attached to the ground. And if they stop rotating, inertia would try to keep everything moving.
At the equator, the surface is moving at roughly 1,670 kilometers per hour.
And then there is the atmosphere. Earth's rotation helps shape the way air moves around our planet. The air and the surface would no longer be moving together. The atmosphere would become violently out of balance. The closer you were to the equator, the more extreme the initial rotational motion would be. But the atmosphere isn't the only thing carrying momentum. The oceans are moving too, and water doesn't simply stop because the ground beneath it has stopped. Geography and latitude, but the basic principle: the water would retain its motion, coastlines would be transformed, infrastructure would be devastated, and in a matter of minutes, the world humans built around the ocean would begin to disappear.
But here's something most versions of this scenario get wrong. The entire planet wouldn't experience the same thing. Earth's rotational speed changes with latitude. At the equator, the surface moves fastest. Near the poles, rotational speed approaches zero. That means the immediate effects would be profoundly different depending on where you were standing. But surviving the first moments wouldn't mean surviving the new world. And then something even stranger would happen. The 24-hour day would disappear.
If Earth stopped rotating but continued orbiting the sun, the familiar cycle of sunrise and sunset would be radically transformed. Instead of rotating beneath every day, Earth would take roughly a year, the equivalent solar cycle.
Imagine watching the sun rise and knowing it wouldn't set again for months.
Then imagine the opposite. Months of darkness. No normal morning, no normal evening, no familiar rhythm.
Earth's climate is deeply connected to the way the planet receives energy from the sun. Remove the normal cycle of rotation, and you rewrite the climate system. Regions experiencing prolonged darkness would face the opposite problem: persistent cooling, freezing conditions. The enormous temperature differences would drive new atmospheric circulation patterns. The climate system humanity knows would be gone. And this is where the question stops being about physics and becomes a question about survival. Civilization depends on predictable systems: food, water, energy, agriculture, and a climate that life has adapted to. A planet without normal rotation would challenge almost every one of those systems at once. But humans are remarkably adaptable. We could build underground habitats, artificial lighting, controlled agriculture, protected water systems, and alternative sources of energy.
we might learn to live beneath the surface, creating our own artificial day.
Humanity might survive, but the civilization we know would not.
And what about Earth's magnetic field? You might assume that if Earth stopped spinning, the magnetic field would instantly disappear. But science is more complicated than that. Earth's magnetic field is generated primarily by electrical currents, associated with convection in its electrically conducting liquid outer core. This process is known as the geodynamo. Earth's rotation influences the dynamics of the core, but we can't honestly tell you that stopping the surface would instantly switch the magnetic field off. The long-term outcome is much less certain.
And that's something you'll hear often on Disclosure Hour. When science knows, we'll tell you. When science doesn't, we'll tell you that too.